Odie Loke Sports Info here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this reel because y'all know Odie Loke keeps it real. Yeah, you guys, excuse that knocking in the background. They working on something outside. Um, but you guys see the title? So it has, a few people, trying to report that the PBC, right, that the Ugas and Spence numbers is like around 240, right? Even though that's bad, right? Like if it's not, they acting like, it's cool, right? It's cool. But according to Rick Glaser, he's saying that they lying about the numbers and that he's going to have the real numbers today, right? So let's go and let's go to Rick Glacier page, right? And plus the PBC is in debt, right? He reveals that too, right? He reveals that too. So let's see what Rick Glacier talking about, right? Look, he said, stop believing the PBC at the PBC. So he tagging them in this, right? So he tagging them in it. So he ain't hiding or nothing like that, right? He's not hiding from none of them. He says, stop believing at the PBC pay-per-view numbers, Spence Ugas did not do near 240 pay-per-views. That was floated to the media as a pay-per-view bomb. As the pay-per-view bomb. Showtime, Steven Espinosa stopped putting out pay-per-view numbers years ago as he saw I had the real numbers. We'll have the real numbers maybe today at boxing, right? Then it has some guys that's in the comment section, right? Like, the PBC fanboys, they got to be everywhere, right? So this guy say, Rick, is too early in the morning to be hating. And Rick, he replies, he said, I put them up last night, and that's not hate, it's reality, right? So another guy come, he said, you always say they bomb, but yet they are able to continue putting out pay-per-views for many, many years. You have been saying swimming in red ink, yet they are still here. Someone is lying, that's for sure. And Rick Glaser responds back. He said, that's because the PBC was financed by Wobble Red. Go to the SEC federal filing and tell me how that worked out. In debt to them for $900 million. It's there in black and white. Now Showtime is financing these debacles, pay-per-views. How long can they suffer? Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? The PBC ain't funding this shit no more. It's Showtime. Why? Because all these fights are on Showtime. Udanis Ugas and shit, and Earl Spence Jr. just now was on Showtime. Jermell Charlo, and what's the name is going to be on Showtime. Tank Davis and what's the name and Rolly going to be on Showtime. Right, but you don't hear the like the fanboys talking about stuff like this, right? That they in debt to them for $900 million. They in debt for $900 million. The PBC is going under, and we've been saying that. Right? It's obvious. How did we go from praising 1 million pay-per-views buys to bragging on 200K? Exactly, bro. And according to Rick Glacier, it's a lie. You feel what I'm saying? And he's not scared to tag nobody. He tagging everybody. Look, he tagged PBC, he tagged Spence and Ugas, he tagged Steven Espinosa, he tagged Showtime, he tagged everybody. So he's not hiding it, right? if it's true what they say, if it's true what many say, it's said Daniel Canahan had a couple billion. I don't think he's worrying about a few asset seizures financially. He's fine. Exactly, bro. Come on, man. Man, like he had billions of dollars. And just like I told y'all earlier, that's why they had to get Canahan out of there. He had money to burn on boxers. Think about that shit. He had money to just give away to boxers. This man got billions of dollars. He's not worried about MTK Global really like that. Right, that's just one of his revenues. Right, he was trying to get into boxing, but they wanted to fuck that off. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't want him to get into boxing because he had money to burn. And he wasn't going to be giving these boxers fucking dough and they was going to leave. Come on, man. All these boxers was going to get out of their contracts with they, with they promoters they in right now and go to MTK Global. Come on. Shit, now he was even recruiting American fighters. Not alone the UK people. Come on, they had to get his ass. They like, bro, we got to get his ass out of here. So motherfuckers start snitching. Right now, you know how it go. And so people start snitching. We tipping, right? Stop believing the PBC. At the PBC, at the pay-per-view numbers, Spence and Ugas did not do near 240. And even if it did 240, it's still worse than him and Danny. Right? Because they said that him and Danny did like what, 250? Right, but the Earl Spence Jr. fanboys, they try to act like that Mikey Garcia didn't have nothing to do with Earl Spence Jr. doing 260,000 pay-per-view buys, right? We're doing 360,000 pay-per-view buys. Of course, Mikey has something to do with it. Of course, Mikey and his fan base had something to do with those pay-per-view buys. Of course. Right? Because ever since that fight, his pay-per-view numbers been going down, 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 down. Come on. Right? Because when he fought Sean Porter, they reported it at 300, even though it wasn't 300. Right? Because Bob Arum, he came out and said it was 190,000. Right? But you believe Bob Arum on any other thing, but you didn't believe Bob Arum when he said that. Right? Oh, he's lying. He's hating on the PBC. Right? Now I got Rick Glaser. He coming out and saying, and he tagging all of them. So he not hiding. Right? I can see if he didn't have nobody tag. He tagging. Shit, he even put Steven Espinosa whole name. Bruh, Steven Espinosa, stop putting out pay-per-view numbers years ago. He stopped putting them out years ago because he knew that Rick Glaser knew the real numbers. Right? He knew that Rick Glaser can find out the real numbers for these fights. So Steven Espinosa stopped putting out the numbers years ago. That's why they didn't put out the that's why they didn't want to put out the Tank Davis numbers and shit like that. That's why, come on, Steven, he probably ain't gonna put out these numbers for Spence Ugas. Right? That just was something that was floated to the media as the pay-per-view bombed. Right? Because if it did good, we have to keep it a buck. If it did good, they would have been released those numbers. Quick, fast, in a hurry. They would have been released those numbers. No way Ugas has Danny Bass. Exactly. Raphael reported this. He isn't even with ESPN. This thing is under 200K. Raphael needs a check. Maybe Al Hammond said, oh, yeah, man, he got that interview. He got that interview with Earl Spence Jr. Now he's trying to get on good with the PBC because he see that ESPN don't want to fuck with him no more. Right? You feel what I'm saying? So he trying to get in good with somebody. Time to make the Crawford fight. We will pay for him and Spence and exactly, bro. Like we will pay, man. It's time to make the fight. It's time to make the fight. It's time to stop bullshitting, stop playing around, stop saying he the A-side. He no 50-50. Get these dudes what they want. Stop the confusion. Give them what they want so we can get the fight that we fucking want. Right? That's if Al want to do that. 3-time undisputed is that brother from exactly, bro. Like like that's legendary. The man will be legendary. Even if he become 2-time undisputed, he legendary. I mean, come on, man. He's already great, but this will put him on, on another plateau. I mean, you feel it? And then if he do it again, it's like, what the fuck are we witnessing here? I mean, you feel, I can actually tell my grandkids I witnessed that shit. Right? I was there. I was on the internet talking my shit. I was there. I can tell you how it led up to all. I mean, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we'll know the whole backstory. We'll know everything. That's legendary shit, man. We'll be a part of history. Bro, that's something that you can't write in the greatest fairy story book. This dude from Omaha, Nebraska, grows up with nothing. Grows up, right? Have some issues, gets shot in the head, survives that, get cheated in the amateurs, right? Bounce back from that and say he ain't gonna never get cheated again. And what happened? And he becomes legendary. And he becomes legendary. I mean, shit, that's a book. I mean, for damn sure. It's a book. It's already a book. Right? Like Crawford Life is already a book. Spence Life already a book. Hell yeah, like Spence Life is a book. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like Spence Life is a fucking book. Bro, like surviving what he survived, right? I mean, having his face hit the concrete, bro, he come out of that just with teeth and, you feel what I'm saying? And he gets back in the ring and, bro, like he got a book too. Both of these guys are, I mean, come on. We only get this shit probably once in a lifetime, man. This is crazy. We only get a fight like this once in a lifetime. Well, he's the best of this generation, and they are blocking him while that fraud is getting all the accolades and fake pound for pound ranking #1. Oh yeah, man. Like, you know, bro. Like, that's just how it go. That's just how it go. You know, like that's just how it go. They'll love Crawford afterwards. You feel what I'm saying? They'll love him afterwards. They'll go through and they'll praise him afterwards. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Right now, he won't get all the credit right now, but after he retired, and then people go through and they see all the people that he beat, and then they be like, damn, this dude was just on a reign. He just was unfucking stoppable. Like, he just was moving through weight classes, just destroying people. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, like he didn't get no credit when he was there. But now we look back on it, it's like, man, this dude was awesome. He was a switch hitter. He had power. He had intelligence. He had great footwork. He had good defense. He was well spoken. He was a family man. What else do the fuck do we want? I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what else do you want? But yeah, y'all. So according to Rick Glaser, the pay-per-view numbers didn't do that bad. I mean, they did bad. And then he said, let's go and read. And then he said, why? Because this dude Ravage, he responded, he said, you always say they bomb, but yet they are able to continue putting out pay-per-views for many, many years. You have been saying swimming in red ink, yet they are still here. Someone is lying, that's for sure. And Rick Glaser came right back and he said that's because the PBC was financed by Watto Red. Go to the SEC federal filing and tell me how that worked out. In debt to them for $900 million. It's there in black and white. Now Showtime is financing these debacle pay-per-views. How long can they suffer? Exactly. Showtime, if they can't keep up, they're going to go out of business like HBO had to go out of business with boxing, right? Because they're not going to be able to finance it if they're not making money. That's why their guarantees was so low. 1.5, 1 million. That's why. What up, School of Skills? What up, Pink Fury? Yeah, no, so that's why they guarantees was so low, so Showtime can make a profit, because they made a profit. They made some kind of profit because they was only paying out, right? They paid them, what, $2.5 million guaranteed, right? Plus the undercard. The undercard probably only got $1 million. So let's say $3.5 million altogether they paid out, right? They sold 39,000 tickets. Let's just say 39,000 times. Let's put it in. Wait, let's put it in. Wait, hold on. Y'all got to go to the calc. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Now I put $40 times. I put 40,000 times $50 because we know that the tickets was, they was pretty cheap, right? Like the tickets was pretty cheap, and we know that for a fact. And we know they gave away a lot of comp tickets and all that, right? So we know that they gave away a lot of comp tickets. It had it had cheerleaders there. It had the Pee Wee football squad, basketball, baseball. It had the T-ball squad. The volleyball team was in the building. You feel what I'm saying? It had a little bit of everybody up in there, man. Because from what I was hearing, it had a lot of kids in there, and that's coming from people who used to fuck with the LDBC. And I'm not even, okay. Okay, now what we looking for? Oh yeah. Now the numbers. Look. 40,000 times $50, right? That's 2 million. Okay, if you make it times 100, what? That's 4 million, right? Right. Yeah, see? That's $4 million. Okay, let's just say they made $4 million, right? They made a little profit. They made a little profit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They didn't make that much profit, but they made a little profit because they guaranteed these guys low money. That's how you make profit. If you guarantee these guys low money. Keith Thurman just got 750,000. Ugas just got $1 million, right? Spence just got 1.5. So it ain't hard to pay them off, right? And then we can make a little bit of money. PBC is a lost leader what they would call in business when he wouldn't get the ABC, NBC, CBS to give him advisory deals. He was never going to make a return on the investment. Exactly, bro. Man, like he set up the company to fail. He was planning on one thing to happen and it didn't happen. And now the company is going under slowly but surely. See, look, and they're like, like the PBC fanboys, they think that we hating. It's like, no, we could just see the writing on the wall, right? They are going under. They are going under. They owe somebody, shit, according to Rick Glaser, they owe, right? They owe Wabble and Red $900 million in debt. That's because the PBC was financed by the Wabble Red. Go to the SEC federal filings and tell me how that worked out. And that's public information. You can go to all that shit. It's public. In debt to them for $900 million. It's there in black and white. Now, Showtime is financing these debacle pay-per-views. How long can they suffer? Exactly. It's just like Showtime. It's just like HBO. When they didn't, right? When they wasn't getting, like super returns on their pay-per-views and shit like that. They had to shut it down. They had to shut it down because they was like, shit, we losing money. Like, it ain't even no use of having this shit if we not making no money. Right? If we not making no money, why are we putting on these fights? You see that Fox just dropped them? Fox just dropped them. They couldn't get, but like Punch Quote said, they couldn't get the advertisement endorsements from all these other people. So he was never going to make back the money. That's why he stay in the shadows. That's why he stay hiding. He tried to sell the assets too much red. I'm surprised the Zone didn't buy his inventor, but he never need to file for bankruptcy. Oh yeah, man, he gonna do that. Oh man, he's gonna file for bankruptcy. The Zone wouldn't pay full price, and they would to absorb the fighters. Exactly, bro. That's why he don't want to sell it to no damn the Zone. He'll rather let it fail, right? He'll let it go under. He'll rather let it go under than sell it to the Zone or sell it to somebody else that can save it. Right? No, he don't want to do that. He'd rather destroy the company. Now they praying that Showtime can save them, right? That's why they giving these low-ass guarantees. So Showtime can get back a little bit of money, right? So they can make a little bit of cash back, right? Plus he fought with Jerry Jones. You feel what I'm saying? They got a good relationship with Jerry Jones already. So he probably gave him a half-off deal on the stadium, or Jerry Jones probably got a cut out of, come on, bro. The writing is on the wall with the PBC. They going down slowly but surely. Now they are literally hoping that Showtime can save them. They literally hoping that Showtime can save the platform. Right? But at the same time, they're in a conundrum because they like, damn, if Earl Spence Jr. lose Texas, then we're going to lose a lot of money that way. Right? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So we can just put Earl Spence Jr. Don't be surprised. See, look. Don't be surprised if the PBC, if they put Earl Spence Jr. right against these, against the Stationeses and all these other guys, right? Because he'll whoop the hell out of Stationes. I mean, come on, man. Like that dude, he stay in the pocket too long. Right, he stays in the pocket too long. He try to bang it out with you, and you're not going to bang it out with Earl Spence Jr. He throws too many punches, Stanionis. Right, like he's going to break him all the way down. But Al Heyman rather burn everything down before he allow everyone else to salvage it, because that will make him look bad and highlight how he was the exactly, bro. Exactly, Dolomite. Man, he don't want to look like the issue in this situation. And what did Bob Arum say 3-4 years ago? Al Heyman is a cancer. He's a cancer to boxing. Right? Wait, hold on, you guys. Yeah, you guys. But that's what he said. Had a phone call. Yeah, but that's what he said. Al Heyman is a cancer. Come on, man. Look, and now it's all playing out. It's all playing out. Right? That's why he brung back Andy Ruiz's ass. He said, homie, you ain't going to no fucking Triller. Bro, you ain't going to no Triller, bro. Check this shit out. Hey, check this out. You about to fight Louis King Kong Ortiz because we need that fight on Showtime. Bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like he thought he was going to get away and get a bigger, higher payday. Hell no, you ain't getting no higher payday. We need you over here. We trying to stay afloat. Bob called Dana White a cancer, and this the UFC. We can't go by what? Oh yeah. But Dana White though, man, he called him a cancer because Dana White. See, like he can call you a cancer for different reasons, right? He could call you a cancer because you're doing better than him, and he could call you a cancer because you just fucking up shit. And he called Al Heyman a cancer because he just fucking up boxing. He mad at Dana White, right? He mad at Dana White because Dana White is running his shit right. Right? He putting all right now. He putting everybody against everybody, and the UFC people are happy. They not complaining about shit. But in boxing, we got the scratch, crawl, pray, argue for years just to get a damn fight. So it's different reasons why Bob. You feel what I'm saying? Like I hear what you're saying though, Punch Quote. Man, but there's different reasons why he can say he's a cancer. Yeah, man, he's a cancer because he's fucking up boxing, and we can clearly see that Al Heyman is fucking up boxing, and he been doing it for the longest. I mean, for years. He been doing it for years. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Damn. Man, that always seems like when I get on live, people want to call me all of a sudden. That's crazy. Yeah, you guys, but man, y'all see it right there, though. Y'all see what Rick Glaser said, right? Now let's go back to the other comment, what he said. He said, don't believe. And I want y'all to look, though. He tagged them. Let's go to all the tags. Let's see if the tags, Look, it went straight to the PBC, straight to Showtime. Come on, bro. So he not hiding. I can see if he was hiding this comment. He not hiding the comment. Stop believing the PBC pay-per-view numbers. Spence and Ugas didn't do near 240 pay-per-views. That was floated to the media. Exactly. They just throw out a number to them, right? In the media, they just run with it. They just throw out a number with no proof, no nothing. They just throw out a number to them in the media, right? They just run with it. Dan Raphael, right? Because he's trying to get in the good graces of the PBC and Showtime since ESPN ain't messing with him no more, right? Didn't do near 240 pay-per-views. That was floated to the media as the pay-per-view bombed. Stephen Espinoza stopped putting out pay-per-view numbers years ago. As he saw, I had the real numbers. We'll have the real numbers maybe today. This was yesterday, though. at 10:18 at nighttime. So he probably put out the numbers today. Hopefully he put out the numbers today. Put out the numbers, Rick Glaser, the real numbers, so we can see the real numbers. Right? Because the PBC, though, they love lying about shit. And it's like, if y'all are doing so good, why y'all lie all the time? Because you're not doing that good. Y'all all smoking mirrors, right? Shit, like Earl Spence has said, oh, shit, like Bob Aaron, them, they smoking mirrors. No, the PBC is smoking mirrors. It's smoking fucking mirrors, bro. Exactly like Hammond from the music industry, and just like a recording labels lie about recording sales, he doing the same. Exactly, bro. Man, look, and then he brung all that weird stuff. Y'all got to understand, he brung the entertainment image into boxing, right? Because Floyd Mayweather, what he started doing? Started wearing the Cubans. He started throwing money, going to strip clubs, right? He started behaving like a rapper instead of a boxer, right? He wasn't behaving like Pretty Boy Floyd. He was behaving like Money Mayweather. He wanted to be a rapper. What happened to Deontay Wilder? Started off, right? He came in there in suits, right? Deontay Wilder used to be clean in suits, clean cut dude, right? Then what happened? After time, he came in, he became a rapper. Got the tattoos all over his body, got the chains, got the weird braids. Come on. Started talking all crazy. He became a rapper, right? Now look at Earl Spence Jr. What did he do? Right, but it seems like the Earl Spence Jr., he starting to go in a reverse now. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You see what he did? Right? He started becoming a rapper. He even started hanging around a rapper, Yellow Beezy. He became a rapper, wearing the big chains, wearing the big charms, want to be seen all the time, talking like he's super. I mean, come on, right? Start believing the hype. Adrian Broner. Look, Adrian, I mean, shit, like AB started rapping. The writing is on the wall, what Al Heyman does to these fighters, right? The writing is on the wall, what he does to these people. He make these guys transform into rappers. Right? They start doing all this unnecessary shit to build up a fan base. And it's like, no, just be yourself. You're going to get a fan. All you got to do is continue to do what you're doing. Right? Man, now who remember the humble, quiet Earl Spence Jr.? Right? Who used to just go about his business just destroying people. And his fan base was just building. Right? Man, now who remember that guy? I do. Right? I remember the humble Earl Spence Jr., who barely wanted to talk, who wasn't talking all crazy. You never seen Earl Spence Jr. drunk, right? You never caught him in public drunk and all that stupid shit, right? You never seen Earl Spence Jr. with all the tattoos over his body, but look at him now. Look at him now. What? Look at him now. He got the big ass tattoo on his back. He got the one on his leg, right? He got two on his. It's like, come on. What for? I know, man, like, like he getting the money. Okay, I understand. That's probably stuff that he probably always wanted, whatever. He getting the money, whatever. But I just seen that it's unnecessary, whatever. You can do what you want to do, right? He can do what the hell he want to do, though. Like, this is just my opinion. But I just see how these guys change when they got around Al, and they change. The only thing that Mayweather and Adrian Broner didn't do is get all the tattoos and shit like that. Right? That's all they didn't do. Keith Thurman, he was talking brash, but Keith Thurman, he never got the tattoos. He never wanted to be a rapper. That's one thing about Keith Thurman. That's one thing about him and Sean Porter. They never wanted to be the rappers. They never wanted to get into that image, right? You never seen them wearing the big ass Cubans and the no. Look at the Charlos. Come on, bro. Like the list goes on and on and on. I mean, come on, man. Like when you're dealing with Al Heyman, he wants you to put on this rapper image, right? He wants you to put on this rapper image. That's gonna get you. Look at Tank. I mean, come on, y'all. I could just name. I mean, like I could just keep on naming. Come on. And all of them got what? Tattoos all over their body. They all wear the Cuban choke chains, right? The Al Heyman Cuban choke chain, right? That's probably something he give them or something. Do Al Heyman be giving y'all them choke chains? You know what I'm saying? That's when you down with the crew, huh? You get a choke chain. That's crazy, bro. Like, because the writing is on the wall, you guys. The writing is on the wall. Don't believe the hype. The PBC and, I don't even think that these numbers are going to be officially released. You feel what I'm saying? Because according to Glaser, he said that he don't even release the numbers no more, right? Because he know I can get the real number. So he basically saying I don't like Steven Espinosa. He ain't gonna release the numbers. So we probably just waiting around for nothing, right? Like he just floated a number out there, right? So the media can grab onto something, so they can run with it. Right, so the LDBC, the cult members, so they can get it on their channels and they can 204, 200. No, but you see that they don't really want to report this either because it's not no good numbers, right? Like even if you look at the 240, it's not good numbers. That means his numbers are going lower and lower and lower, and that he needs Terrence Crawford, right? He needs a good dance partner, right? Most fans won't fully understand Al Heyman because they don't fully do their homework on Al Heyman bad track record before he came to boxing. Oh yeah, bro. Like, like they just Al got the complexion for the protection. Let's just say it like that. See, like they like to say it the other way, but Al Heyman got the complexion for the protection. You feel what I'm saying? Like Al Heyman, he just black. That's why he's protected. Right now, it's no other reason. It's no other reason, right? Because he fucking over fighters. He giving fighters stipends, and fighters complaining about him just like they complaining about other people. But he don't get that much slack as the white promoters. Why? Because he got the complexion for the protection, right? Yeah, he got the complexion for the protection. Let's be fair here, right? Even though a lot of y'all don't like to be fair on the internet, fair is just, like fair is just it's a bad word. Fair? What equal? What? I mean, like people don't like to be fair on this internet shit, bro. They like to push narratives, and that's all they like to do. You feel what I'm saying? But according to Rick Glaser, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here. I got to make me something to eat. But according to Rick Glaser, you guys, do not believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Right? Don't believe the hype. Dan Raphael, Pugmire, all these guys, right? They just trying to get in good with the PBC, especially Dan Raphael, right? Like since ESPN not messing with him no more, right? He needs somewhere to go and like set up shop and start writing some articles. He needs somewhere to go, right? And now that he been right, look, because he used to talk trash about the PBC, right? He used to talk trash about the PBC. Now he's trying to kiss ass. That's all it's about, you guys. That's all it's about, right? Then they want to say, oh man, like considering, the Easter, it's like, bro, if he's a star, he's a star. You feel what I'm saying? Stop excuses, excuses, excuses. But yeah, you guys, the PBC is going under, and it's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of time. And there you have it. So subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Like the video. Hit that bell icon. This is Odilog Sports Info. And I'm gone, you guys.